Swami Vivekananda was a great Hindu monk who is considered to be the awakener of modern India. He was also one of the first messengers from India to travel extensively in the West and showcase India's spiritual treasures to the Western society. He was a gigantic personality who was well established in perfect celibacy throughout his life. One of his Western disciples, Mary C. Funke, has noted the following incident in her memories of Swami Vivekananda. Quote, "One evening when it was raining and we were all sitting in the living room, the Swami was talking about pure womanhood and told us the story of Sita. How he can tell a story? You see it and all the characters become real. I found myself wondering just how some of the beautiful society queens of the West would appear to him, especially those versed in the art of allurement. And before I took time to think, out popped the question, and immediately I was covered with confusion. The Swami, however, looked at me calmly with his big serious eyes and gravely replied, 'If the most beautiful woman in the world were to look at me in an immodest or unwomanly way, she would immediately turn into a hideous green frog, and one does not of course admire frogs.'" Unquote. There is another similarly interesting incident in the Swamiji's life, in which he himself demonstrated the efficacy and power of the practice of strict brahmacharya. Once, a new set of the Encyclopedia Britannica had been bought for the month. Seeing the new shining volumes, a disciple said to Swamiji, "It is almost impossible to read all these books in a single lifetime." The disciple was unaware that Swamiji had already finished 10 volumes and had begun the 11th. Swamiji said, "What do you say? Ask me anything you like from these 10 volumes, and I will answer you all." The disciple asked in wonder, "Have you read all these books?" Swamiji asked, "Why should I ask you to question me otherwise?" Being examined, Swamiji not only reproduced the sense, but at places the very language of the difficult topics selected from each volume. The disciple was astonished, put aside the books, saying, "This is not within human power." Swamiji said, "Simply by the observance of strict brahmacharya, all learning can be mastered in a very short time. One has an unfailing memory of what one hears or knows but once. It is owing to this want of continence that everything is on the brink of ruin in our country." In his book Raja Yoga, Swamiji also says, quote, "One man may speak beautiful language and beautiful thoughts, but they do not impress people. Another man speaks neither beautiful language nor beautiful thoughts, yet his words charm. Every movement of his is powerful. That is the power of Ojas. It is only the chaste man or woman who can make the Ojas rise and store it in the brain. That is why chastity has always been considered the highest virtue."